Welcome back to another episode of Unspoken Word. I'm your host, Christian, and today with me I have Xavier Williams, and we're going to be talking about pretty much his journey from how he went from high school to now being a franchise owner and a well-known person in our community.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you for coming through today. So just to get started, for the people who don't know you, can you give us like a little background, kind of like where you started at, where you're from, school background, all that good stuff?
Yes, ma'am. So my name is Xavier Williams. I was born in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. My mom was in the military, so of course I moved around with military just in general. Um, I've stayed a few places. Italy was one of my prominent places I remember growing up. Um, and from Italy, we got established here in Clarksville, Tennessee, where I spent first grade all the way to I graduated high school. Throughout high school, middle school, elementary, I played basketball, so that's my passion. Still is my passion to this day. I was fortunate enough to get an athletic scholarship to go to Lipscomb University, and that's in Nashville, Tennessee. And after my first year, I transferred back home to Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, where I played basketball there and finished my collegiate studies, which was a sports broadcasting major.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a local person, like I said. I went from grade school all the way up, north side of Clarksville. That's where Hazelwood is. And I went to Northeast Middle School, Northeast High School. Then I was the second graduating class at West Creek Middle School, West Creek High School, of course. I had plans to go to the NBA, but unfortunately I was hurt. I got hurt my freshman year, so I was battling knee injury. So just in general, with battling knee injuries, you always come with that question that all athletes hate to hear, like, what would you do if you don't play sports? Like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not going to always make it.
Right.
Actually, I had to put that in perspective at a younger age as a freshman. So I was able to always get inside. Like, I'm a military person, so when the military is very diverse just in general anyway. So,
So you always had that, sorry to interrupt you, but you always had like that background plan as if I'm not the military, if the NBA wasn't the top number one, this is what you was gonna do?
No, I never had a backup plan, honestly. I'm always been a person that kind of just like go with the flow. Like I said, I was all in with basketball at the time. That was my dream. That was my goals. That's the reason why I picked the particular school I went to. I was on the athletic scholarship full ride. But just like I said, unfortunately, I got injured. Once I injured, I was always smart in school just because I wanted to. My mom installed in me student first. You know what I'm saying? Student athlete. So I'm personally one to achieve high goals. I'm a self motivated person, so I'm competitive too. So that's another reason why I like to make good grades because I want to be top. You know what I'm saying? Whatever case may be. So I was always good at school. Um, so at Lipscomb, like I said, once I got hurt, um, I started getting in different programs. Being at Lipscomb is a private school, just in general. So I started getting different programs, meeting different people, just to build my network and my network just in general. And all those everlasting connections and networking opportunities has helped me even to this day what I'm doing now or where I plan on going in the future. Then going to Austin Peay, I was able to get more of a different cultural experience. Like I said, coming from private school to more to a PWI, it's still a predominantly white institution, but it's more diverse than what a private school would be in extra selective. And also it being Clarksville, being home, a lot of people me from the city, from, like I said, athletics, being basketball, where the case may be. So I was in a more comfortable environment around a lot of people that I knew in a sense in the city. But however, the school was very diverse, you know what I'm saying? Even though I was home, not too many people from home was going to the university. So it was all that, you know what I'm saying, gap where you're able to, you know what I'm saying, learn a different side of Clarksville, because there's always a different side of Clarksville, especially when you're growing up. When you're young, you see things in one perspective.
How long, because you have your franchise, you and Guy, y'all are partners. How long have y'all known each other, and what made you all decide to become business partners?
So me and Guy know each other for since because I'm 2 years older than him. So I would say since I was like in fifth grade. His dad coached me at Fort Campbell, Kentucky at the Taylor Youth Center. He was my basketball coach. Guy was on our team, but that's his dad. So, of course, he's going to be around. So that's how we love each other. And then since then, through basketball in the community, of course, like I said, connection is always going to be there. But how we eventually started being business partners is we got our first company called Infinity Co., which is an innovation consulting firm. Our first product was Ira. It's an interactive intellectual room assistant, so it's pretty much like a smart room. Brought me that idea in like 2013. And I have a marketing background. I love to market. I love to like promote stuff. I feel like I have a creativity side to myself. And he wanted me to be part of the marketing team. And just in general, he likes to pick my brain. He feels like I think at a high level, just like him. It's always good to like think of new things. So that's how we started becoming a business partner with our first company. It was Ira. And that was, like I said, just strictly off of just us knowing each other, my marketing background, his business background. And then as well as we joined the same fraternity. So that kind of even brought us even closer together. I was at Austin Peay at the time. He was trying to join at TSU. And, you know what I'm saying, through the journeys of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, we got even closer, and that even built our business side even more.
Do you think being in that fraternity, it did help y'all, I guess, business-wise and more networking-wise?
Oh, yeah. It took what I already had to a whole nother level. Like I said, I went to a private school. It's different. Especially just from my background, being Black, you know what I'm saying, going to a super all-white school, and it being a private school, it being a Church of Christ school. And if you know about Lipscomb, they're like a community where you go from the elementary, middle school, high school, and then to the college. So a lot of people knew each other. And then all the Black people that really went there is athletes, you know what I'm saying? So if you really didn't play a sport, not too many just outsiders there.
So how was that experience though? Like at Lipscomb, because you keep saying it was, more family knit, close community.
I was real close with the basketball team, but like I said, being in a military background, I was very diverse, so I was able to connect with different people and do different things. And like I said, I'm not scared to talk to anybody, so I built those networkings, those opportunities, and that's how I learned too, because only way you learn if you ask questions for people that have different experiences from you. And of course, I'm not like anybody that was there, and they're nothing like me. So me being different element, being in Nashville, bigger city, being in the Green Hill area, that's one of the richest parts in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? A lot that they do, I wasn't accustomed to. The same thing was a lot of things that I do, wear, listen to, do. You know what I'm saying? It was a culture shock to them too. So it was like learning their side, learning my side, and then overall business side. But however, to spin off to that, Lipscomb didn't have fraternities that I was interested in, of course. You know what I mean? So when I was opportunity to transfer to Austin Peay, that's why I got introduced to Kappa Alpha Psi. I knew of Kappa Alpha Psi already, but it was an opportunity for me to actually pledge, you know what I'm saying, be able to get inside that bond and brotherhood that would benefit me ultimately. So that was probably one of the most beneficial moves of myself in my career was to go to Austin Peay. And like I said, pledging. And then pledging, I was always a leader. I was actually the JVP, that's the Junior Vice Pole Mark. So that would mean I was the president of all the undergraduate chapters in Tennessee, Northern Mississippi, and Kentucky.
Speaking of Austin Peay, with you being like not a recent, but you are an alumni of Austin Peay, and I saw where you said Fat Shack and Austin Peay now have a partnership. What can students expect from their partnership? Like, will they be bringing it to Austin Peay, or how is that going to work out?
Well, we have some promotional deals that we're going to release with the students. So like every Tuesday, we'll have some type of deal called Fat Tuesday, like 10% of every student's meal. For the games, because I think they just changed their schedule for football season. I think they're starting to play back in February or something like that. But when they crank back up, we got some promotional deals. If like the team scores 4 touchdowns, the appetizer for the chicken fingers will be half off, 50% off. We got a lot of promotional deals from the basketball team. We're a prominent sponsor of the APSU SAC, and that is the Student Athletic Council. And I was actually part of that when I was at Austin Peay, which is very unique, unique deal. And like I said, it's pretty much like all the team captains, people that speak up for all the sports, like their representatives, their presidents. So, like I said, that's very. Then we got some deals during the basketball halftime show, signage. Partnership is solidified for 3 years, so it's not just like a one-time thing. We'll be in partnership with Austin Peay for a 3-year deal. So it's very special to me, and I'm alumni there. I graduated there. I played basketball there. I'm from Clarksville.
Right. And I
I
mean,
just got
overall, it sounds like y'all do have like a lot of good promos, and like even with me, like I'm vegan, but I'm like, okay, get the touchdowns, like it puts the pressure on the teams to make them, represent the school, get that win. So in return, you can try some of that good Fat Shack food everybody's been talking about.
right. And we already a lot of players anyway that was coming there before we even like really got going and opening. So I think they
Mm-hmm.
kind of set off because like I'm saying we're serving the people. So if the players and the people have a crave for it, and we're seeing the
Right.
athletes there and all those people eating there and they love the food, then of
Right.
course it just makes sense in a sense. You know what I mean?
Right. So with Fat Shack, like because it's a lot of different franchises out there. What drew you all to Fat Shack?
Well, basically, it didn't draw me at all at first because I was the one that had the idea. It was my friend Guy.
Right.
Guy, he's very Guy loves he's he's a very interesting person. I say that. So Guy loves Shark Tank. That's like
Right.
one of his favorite shows. He watches religiously. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a show he already seen, he watches it. And like I said, our first business is the Fendi Co. It's an innovation consulting firm. So of course we don't have the capital, and our rich have to come from a rich background family when it comes to be. So the way we get our money is, of course, trying to get investors and people that believe in us and our product, where the case may be. So that's pretty much what Shark Tank is. Pretty much you pitching your idea to
Mm-hmm.
5, 4 individuals that got money that's
Mm-hmm.
going to help your business, your startup, pretty much, you know what I'm saying, get off from the ground and go up.
Right.
So I seen this episode of Shark Tank, and like I said, we do pitches. We've been in pitch competitions, where the case may be, and he was blown away with the pitch of that. You know what I'm saying? The guy named Tommy Kevin, who he was
Right.
blown away. He watched the episode. He seen how the sharks reacted. Blah blah blah. They actually won the best pitch for 2000 and whenever it aired. I don't want to quote nothing wrong, but the best
Right.
pitch. The guy instantly after the show, it was a questionnaire. He filled out all the information. He had called me, tell you, hey man, because I was running a place called Lure in Clarksville at the time.
Right.
He had put some of my information on there, so it's pretty much like 2 people on one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying? But I had no idea what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at the show. I didn't look at the episode. He just called me one day. I was like, hey, I'm going to put your resume information on this questionnaire about this place, I think, Fat Shack on Shark Tank, blah, blah, blah. I think it was
Right.
probably like 1 o'clock in the morning type deal. And I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Nothing, not thinking nothing of it. 3, 4 months go by. Guy's been in communication with them, with me unknowingly. Of course, like I said, I don't know. He's been in communication with them for like 3 months now. So it's
Right.
like December timeframe. Guy calls me. He's like, hey, man, you want to fly to Colorado? I think we got an opportunity to go to, you know what I'm saying, buy franchise Fat Shack. I was like, how are you going to franchise Fat Shack, guys? You know, how much does it cost to franchise? Oh, man, come on. The opportunity, blah, blah, blah. Just go down there. We'll figure it out. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I told him this. I put your information on there, so I can't just go down there. And I was
Of
like,
course.
all right, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up going to Denver. You know what I'm saying? Flying out there. January, went out there, sold ourselves, told them who we are in the city, told them what Clarksville was, you know what I'm saying, military town, Austin P, flourishing, growing, Wilma
Right.
Rudolph, you know what I'm saying, all the benefits, perks, and then, of course, location, because we're the first southern, like, south location, you know what I'm saying, so just
Mm-hmm.
holding the south, letting them know, like, this type of food we eat in the south, we like grease, we like fattening food, we like this type of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Man, they loved us. I mean, it was like 2 days. The next day, they were just like, hey, if you love the opportunity to franchise it, we'll love to franchise with you. And then, mind you, at this time, like, they've had over 4,000 applicants. And
Wow.
out of 4,000 applicants, we got, like, like I said, it's still assigned to me, you know what I'm saying, out of 4,000 applicants.
That's a lot of people for them to
Yeah, you know
narrow it down to just y'all too.
what I'm saying, like, what makes us stand out? You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
this opportunity, the 20th location open. I mean, saying it was amazing. So we just left there from January to July. Literally from January to July, we made it happen. And we opened in 6 months.
So that was pretty helpful throughout the whole opening. Okay.
Yeah, they had the whole blueprint of exactly the opening guide, how, you know what I'm saying, steps, which week you should do this, get this done, blah, blah, blah. They actually came down for a whole month to actually work with us to make sure that we knew exactly what we were doing, that we didn't get overwhelmed just because we had the big grand opening in Fast Shack history. We broke
That's good. That's great.
crazy. So it was a great business move for them too as well. So they didn't want to just leave us hanging. You know, I think ultimately it's still their reputation because, like I said,
Right.
4,000 people, and their company had been open since 2010. I mean, that's 2012. I mean, you can
Long
still
time.
right, and you only got 20 locations. I mean, you're very selective on how you want to grow and who you want to grow with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, man, they're super helpful. We're in group meetings. We talk all the time. We're talking right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
wonderful. So with COVID, like how has that affected anything? Like you know how we got to be 6 feet, mask wearing.
and actually, I would say COVID probably was one of the best things that happened to us, man. Honestly, like as far as the restaurant industry wise, and the crave and the amount of attraction we created before we even opened. I mean, we didn't have those limitations. How many people we can let inside, man? We would have been overwhelmed with just
Right.
orders and people in there, and you know what I'm saying, trying to maintain the lobby. So it
Right.
was crazy, you know what I'm saying. But however, as far as construction wise and building and sending stuff, COVID didn't hurt none of that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, with us having so many people and us able to maintain the crowd because of the restrictions, gotta wear this, do this, take things slow, and make sure we're getting things better. It helped
Right.
us over efficiency. And like I said, it created that crave where we was hitting record numbers. You know what I'm saying? Just
I mean, because y'all been busy really from the time y'all open. Like I haven't seen really no bad reviews. Like everyone's been talking about how good the food is, and it's like it's been steady people coming in from your grand opening even until now.
right. And like I said, of course we've had some bad reviews, but that's gonna come with it. And like I said, that's just still growing because we only been
Right.
open. It's not like we're a McDonald's franchise where it's like you can just come in and you know exactly what we're gonna do, exactly what it is. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like I said, we're the most growth, like we're the biggest location at the moment right now. So like still a learning curve for the company as a whole because no location has been doing these numbers that we're doing, and we still haven't opened our bar yet. You know what I'm saying? We plan to open the bar at the end of the month. So like now you add alcohol,
To the
that's all.
next level.
You know what I'm saying? So like we're still slowly, like gradually, still working our business model. We're nowhere near done. You know what I'm saying? We're still designing in place. We still got things we're gonna unlock and unleash. Our drive-through is gonna get. You know what I'm saying? We still haven't opened our drive-through up yet. Like
So
it's
we,
so
we got a lot. You got a lot coming for the people in Clarksville.
right. It's so much more we have to offer with this establishment. But like I said, you just don't want to throw too much on yourself and your
Right.
employees. That's your overall image. You know what I'm saying? This is not, like I said, McDonald's or like a Wendy's or someone you already know the business model. We're kind of creating the business model as not as we go. We plan, but we're kind of
Mhm.
creating a new business model as we go because we want to be the leaders of the restaurant industry. That's ultimately what we do.
Right. So with your employees, like when you're looking to hire people, when you're bringing people in, what is some of the, I guess, values and morals that you look for in some of the people that you hire?
First off is professionalism. I'm big on a culture of excellence. I like a certain type of people around us, and that's what it's gonna take for you to get in a certain world that you need today. So, if your resume is not intact,
Mhm.
if you if you don't present yourself as a appropriate, individual that's looking to learn, looking to grow, looking to increase, whatever it is,
Right.
that's a red flag off initial. Um, I don't really go too much by words because everyone's a hard worker. Everyone can do, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You get that from everybody. Everyone's going to
And
say
you know, too, in the interview, people are really gonna tell you what you want to hear because they need a job.
exactly. So you're going to hear the exact same things. But like I said, first thing is your appearance, your professionalism, and then how you talk. You know what I'm saying? Just mental cues you give, your posture. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge of the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Right.
then I ask you about more about yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that can't answer critical questions about themselves. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because they're so looking, like you said, ask those ideal questions for a
What you find online, the top 10 interview questions.
I'm not that type of person. We're not that type of company. So we ask some critical questions that make you think like, dang, like, dang, I didn't even think about it. But then off your response, that's how I understand. Because like I said, I never met you before. So the only way I can know by asking questions, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you got to find out experiences, what you do,
Right.
situation, you know what I'm saying? All the case may be. Um, but when you come in, you get hired, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like always denying people, give people opportunity. like I said, I'm all about your work ethic, what you're doing, how you do it, what you're bringing to the table, what value do you bring to the business, you know what I'm saying, overall. And then ultimately, like I said, I want like-minded individuals, so I want everyone to have a boss-like mentality. No matter who you
Exactly.
are.
People that want to elevate to the next level.
Because I'm telling them, like, we want a franchise too. So when I franchise, I should have 10 store owners in here right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how I try to train them and elevate them and install that confidence in all our employees. You know what I'm saying? Because that's our job, is to install confidence in one of you. Because, like I said, I want all y'all to be 10 store owners. Even if this not your last job, even if you want to do hair, you're just here to do this. I want you to be in an environment that you grow, learn, build certain characteristics, understand how to be a professional, get your credit right, do this, learn. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like I know it.
Teaching them like you not like the average boss, like, we're gonna hire you when you do what you do, whatever. They like coming to Fashion is really like a learning opportunity as well as a way to make money.
Right, exactly. I mean, you can ask our employees, like, I don't think they've had as many meetings that we've had. Like, we damn near have a meeting every Sunday, you know what I'm saying? I open up with prayer, I have a lesson, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a strong lesson where it's about pride, or it's about management, leadership, confidence, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
And that's what we need though, like in the working industry, like for people who are gonna work. But like I said, we don't get that. Like people that work, and like when people feel like they have a boss that cares about them as an employee, of course they're gonna want to do the best they can because they know they have a boss that'll listen to them and that'll put back into them.
Exactly. And I understand because I'm young. I've seen both sides, and I was blessed with the opportunity with my research. Like I said,
Right.
leadership positions. I was leadership in Kappa. I was always the team captain wherever I went. Like I said, with APSU, I was the stag leader.
So that says a lot about your character.
Being popular, of course, or just good in a sport, you naturally get thrown on a pedestal. You naturally have to be a leader. You naturally have to do certain things. And I just feel like certain things, you gotta learn how to handle it. And I was blessed to have mentors and people to help me and guide me. I mean, I grew up in a single mom household. I'm a single parent, so I grew up with my mom. So I was always she was always putting me in situations to be successful. She was a master sergeant in the military, so she had the you know what I'm saying? It's a woman. I love her to death, but of course, a woman can't always teach a man everything.
Definitely can't.
Get her job, and also she surrounded me by great men. You know what I'm saying? I said she never had like boyfriends and stuff like that, but there's great men, great people that can help me. You know what I'm saying? And just teach me things that build characteristics that help me be successful. Like I said, where I'm growing today. So I get back to, like I said, the people that didn't have those experiences, like had the same situations, same people telling them things. So the only way they can learn is by my experience.
Exactly.
So give them, say, hey, how did I get how we did it? We still growing. You're gonna grow with it.
Right.
The only way you leave is you put yourself in a situation where you get off the team. I'm not looking to kick you off. You know what I'm saying? That's not a leader. A leader wants to make everyone finish it. You know what I'm saying? I want my whole team to finish. I'm looking to
everybody eat, not just one person. Like it's a whole effort.
Right. You're on the team. We looking to build you to make it to the end. Not leave you just so we can make it.
Here. Right.
You part of the team. You part of the team. You got to make it there. Like I said, the only way you put yourself out is you put yourself out.
Recently, you was recognized by West Creek Middle School in their educator spotlight. How did that make you feel? Like, was you expecting that? Just give me a little insight.
Any type of appreciation from any organization you work for is very, very makes you very thankful. I'm very just in general because, like I said, they make me feel very appreciated for my work. But it makes me want to come to work and put my kids and all into my community. And I don't do anything I do for recognition. So when people do recognize you, see the hard work you are putting in, like I said, that just gives you that extra spunk. You know what I'm saying? That make you go harder. Being in the middle school here, man, that I've really found my niche here at West Creek. And like I said, being part of a good work environment has allowed me to grow just in general as an individual, which allows me to grow in other ways too, as well as with the other things I do in life.
What kind of example, like, do you want to set for your kids? I know you have a son. Like, what type of example are you trying to set, or do you want to set for him or other young men that may be looking up to you?
Most important thing is leadership qualities, and then also being your own boss. Big thing with leadership is I always tell people, man, I'd say this in sports because I coach at Northeast High School, even though I teach at West Creek, that individual success only comes with team success. Only for you to get highlighted is for your team to win. I mean, no one really necessarily does it all alone. You know what I'm saying? You're going to either have that support you, people got to buy your product, some type of form, fashion. People have to like you or have confidence in you or whatever you're trying to sell, bring to the table. So that's the big thing is leadership, being an individual, finding yourself. That's the big thing. A lot of people, like I said, I dib and dab in two different type of lifestyles because I know I have a lot of friends that don't see me in the corporate life where I'm dressed up all the time, where people in this light have never seen me in like street clothes. So like when I clothes around here, it's like what? I didn't even know you had. You know what I'm saying? And then like when I go around my other life, it's like, dang, you all the time I see you is in a suit. You know what I'm saying? Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So be able to balance. You know what I'm saying business and pleasure is so easy to do. You just got to have the confidence in yourself and understand when is the time and place to do certain things. So I can't act like I want to act when I'm with certain people, or I can't act like I'm being a fake person. I'm not being genuine. I'm still being myself, being genuine. But however, I know how to carry myself in a way that I don't want to be perceived wrong or judged the wrong way, because everything is about perception nowadays. And yes, like I said, biggest thing is leadership and confidence. Like I said, just installing confidence in individuals. Whatever you want to do, man, put your mind to it. Long as it's the right thing. I'm not going to install confidence in something that I see you going down the wrong direction, or that's not real confidence for you. Like giving you a false. And it's going to be realistic confidence. And sometimes confidence comes with telling people that that's not the right decision. You know what I'm saying? People always think confidence is you always uplifting and like telling them what they want to hear. Sometimes truth is giving them confidence. Like, okay, maybe I need to hear that so I don't put all my all into something that I shouldn't be doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? But by you being honest with me and giving me that confidence, say, okay, I do need to stop, or I do need to stop doing this. I do need to not do that, go that direction.
Right. Well, yeah, that sounds like good, wonderful words of advice, especially for our young men, especially with everything that's going on now in the world. You know, with the politics, we're going to touch on that, with Black Lives Matter, like all of that. It's like, you know, it's good to have a young Black male man in the entrepreneurship world to, you know, be that, not that light, but be that example to let, like you said, let kids or let anybody know, I came from here and now I'm here. So if I can do it, of course you can do it too. Especially for your young, like, because your young son, he's what? Is he 1?
Yeah, well, he's 15 months. Yeah.
Right. So you definitely want to be that example and someone for him to look up to when he, you know, starts getting older and understanding.
Legacy and, like I said, build that impact. I don't want him to have too big of a shoes to fill, but like I said, it's for him to know the standard or have expectations for him so he can fulfill them. But like I said, yes, I appreciate all that.
In the future, what can we expect? I know you touched on it a little bit earlier, but as far as with your business, but like just overall, what can we expect in the future from you, from Fat Shack, like just in general?
Well, hopefully, I want to do a lot of philanthropy, community things in Clarksville, Tennessee. Like I told people when we first opened Fat Shack is not for personal gain. It's for my community. It's for the girls, for other people too. Like I said, other ways in life too as well. Of course, you need revenue to do a lot of support a lot of your dreams, so that does help on the flip side. But that's not my ultimate meaning. Like, look, like right now, I'm not even at Fat Shack. Where I'm at, I'm teaching. You know what I'm saying? So for people to see, like, he is a store owner, but however, he's in the community. He's a coach too. You know what I'm saying? He's a father. He does this. He's in business. He's over there. He's helping out here. So I just want to be able to grow from Fat Shack. I want to hopefully within a 10-year frame, 10 to 12-year frame, hopefully build a private school out here. Is one of the reasons why I do want to get in the education field, just because like I said, I like to experience the experience. It's hard for me to want to connect with kids and teachers and talk from educational background if I never actually been in the fire. You know what I'm saying? So this is my way of being in the fire, understanding, listening to both sides. Like I said, I'm still young, so I'm not too far removed from school, as well as I'm on the teacher side, so I see it from a different perspective as well. You know what I mean? So like I said, I don't feel like J. Cole. You said I'm leader of new school, and then say a little homie to everybody else. But yeah, So yeah, school, our Infinity Co business where we're gonna do the smart rooms. That's gonna be picking up here within the next year or so. We actually got a pending contract with UTC Chattanooga, so we're
Okay.
doing them. It's been about 2 years now. But like I said, with the COVID stuff, they actually pulling some stuff down. We want to give another entertainment to the nightlife here in Clarksville. So within hopefully
We need it.
3 to 4 years, we can have that happen. And as well as I want to open up a laundromat. Um,
Yes.
with the laundromat, it's gonna be like an all-in-one, so I can get Taylor in there. You get customized, you can customize clothing. I know a lot of people that sells clothes, that do clothes, that just do little artifacts and different things. That I feel like, I mean, you put it all in one, it can be booming.
One-stop shop, because that definitely, with how they're building up and trying to build up Clarksville, like that'll definitely come in handy.
And like I said, I'm the person that go to the laundromat a lot. Like my clothes pressed, I like my stuff tailored. And like I said, a lot of people do want that stuff, but they don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying?
Or either they can't afford it either.
Right. So I just want to create a different experience, different culture in there. It'd be nice, hip music. People that come there stylish. Like I said, still get your dry cleaning, get your stuff pressed, get your tailoring done, everything, the whole night, eyes, clothing, whatever. So major things: school, laundry, entertainment, nightlife, and then just keep growing Fat Shack.
Well, it does sound like, you have your plan, your mind is set, and I can't wait to see some of the stuff start popping up over the years, if I'm still here, Lord willing. But it sounds like, you got a good plan in place, and, you're doing a lot of good things for the Clarksville community and for just younger men in general. So we do appreciate that, as Austin Peay alumni. You're making the school look good, making yourself look good, and we appreciate all your hard work. And I do appreciate you giving me your time today in doing this interview.
I appreciate you even thinking about asking me to do an interview. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I'm feeling shocked and a lot of this stuff too as well. So it feels good to want to be recognized or talked about or pick my brain.
Yeah, because like I said, especially in Clarksville, we got to get out of that stereotype of that kind of having that hate, and then just support people that's doing good. If I see you doing good, give props when props is due.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's all it's about. Love, energy, giving each other confidence. And like I said, it'll work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't be it'll work for everybody.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for y'all today. Thank y'all for tuning in to Austin Peay special and another episode of Unspoken Word. Xavier, we appreciate you. Y'all be safe out there, and nice day.
You too.